When we talk about the companies that performed well during the pandemic, we often mention technology and stay-at-home stocks such as Peloton Interactive, Zoom, etc. And resort or gaming properties will not probably top your list, because you would probably think of empty casinos. Well, you'll be surprised to know that a gaming and resort REIT called Vici Properties not only managed to survive the pandemic, but also continued to generate impressive growth. Vici Properties recently announced a huge deal with MGM Growth. It is a dividend stock that has been growing continuously, and I believe that it is an amazing stock to buy. Moreover, the company has also partnered with Great Wolf Resorts, and Vici Properties recently released their second quarter earnings report. Before we jump into their earnings, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel so I can afford more of this stock. If you would like to buy some awesome trading merch, check out www.incomeaddict.shop. There's a ton of different things you can purchase. And also, you can use the code ADDICT at the checkout if you want to receive a discount. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. First of all, let me tell you that Vici Properties is basically a REIT which specializes in casino properties. Formed in 2017 as a spin-off from Caesars Entertainment Corporation, Vici Properties is based in New York City and it currently owns at least 29 casinos, hotels, and racetracks, as well as 4 golf courses throughout the US. The revenue of Vici was $1.23 billion in 2020, and its net income was $896 million. At the moment of making this video, the price of each Vici share was $30.03, with a 52-week range of $22.04 to $33.35. The market cap of this real estate investment trust is $16.127 billion, and the annual dividend rate is 4.77%. Yahoo Finance's recommendation rating for this stock is 1.8, which means it is a buy. On August 10th of this year, it was reported that Vici Properties has entered into definitive agreement with MGM Growth Properties and MGM Resorts International. Vici Properties will now acquire MGM Growth Properties for $17.2 billion. It is worth mentioning that this amount includes stock, cash distributed to MGM Growth Properties, as well as $5.7 billion outstanding debt of MGM. Forbes published a report on August 4th of this year stating, Vici Properties, a casino-focused real estate investment trust, will acquire MGM Growth Properties, which owns a portfolio of casinos including the Luxor and MGM Grand on the Las Vegas Strip, for $17.2 billion. The report also revealed that MGM Resorts is the largest shareholder of MGM Growth Properties, and it will receive $4.4 billion in cash from Vici Properties. Moreover, MGM Resorts will still retain a 1% ownership stake in the REIT, which is worth around $370 million, as per Forbes' report. You might also want to note that CEO and President of MGM Resorts, Bill Hornbuckle, stated this new deal is a continuation of the company's plan to become asset-light and increase its financial flexibility. Well, the company spun off MGM Growth Properties 5 years ago in order to take real estate assets off its balance sheet. MGM then invested in mobile gaming and various other ventures. So how will Vici benefit from this deal? Well, let me tell you that this new merger will make it the largest casino REIT, and its enterprise value will increase to $45 billion. The report published by Forbes also states, the deal comes after Vici announced in March that it would buy subsidiaries that hold the real estate and real estate-based assets of the Venetian on the Strip for $4 billion in cash from Las Vegas Sands. Vici's portfolio of 28 casinos is largely focused on regional venues in the Midwest and South, but it also boasts iconic Vegas Strip properties like Caesars Palace. This new deal will add around 50 new properties to the portfolio of Vici Properties. Some of these properties include the Mandalay Bay, the MGM Grand, the Luxor, the Empire City in Yonkers, Beau Rivage in Biloxi, the Borgata in Atlantic City, and a lot more. Now, I will tell you why I'm saying that Vici Properties is going to significantly grow in the future. Reports suggest that nearly 55% of this REIT's rent will come from regional casinos, and these casinos have enjoyed strong growth during the pandemic. On the other hand, 45% of Vici's rent will come from casinos on the Las Vegas Strip. You should keep in mind that the report published by Forbes states that according to the terms and conditions of the deal, MGM Growth Properties Class A shareholders will receive 1.366 shares of Vici Properties in exchange for one MGM Growth Properties share. The report also states, Vici will enter into a 25-year triple-net master lease agreement with MGM Resorts. Initially, MGM will pay Vici $860 million a year in rent to occupy its 15 properties. Rent will increase at a rate of 2% per annum for the first 10 years. The company entered into a strategic agreement with Great Wolf Resorts, which is a Blackstone real estate portfolio company, in July of this year. As per this arrangement, the company will provide a mezzanine loan investment of $79.5 million for the development of the Great Wolf Lodge Mid-Atlantic project in Perryville, Maryland. The project is worth $250 million and is expected to be completed by the summer of 2023. This mezzanine loan has an interest rate of 9%, and according to a report published by Property Funds World on July 21st of this year, in addition, pursuant to a non-binding letter agreement, Vici Properties will have the opportunity for a period of up to 5 years to provide up to a total of $300 million of mezzanine financing for the development and construction of Great Wolf's extensive domestic and international indoor water park resort pipeline. This real estate investment trust reported its second quarter results on July 28th of this year. The total revenue of this company increased 45.9% year over year to $376.4 million. Moreover, net income attributable to common shareholders was $0.54 per share. CEO of Vici Properties Edward Petoniak said, "Our stellar second quarter 2021 financial results, supported by revenue growth of 45.9% year over year, highlight the value we've created on behalf of shareholders by growing our portfolio accretive and partnering with best-in-class tenants. Earlier in July, we announced a strategic partnership with Great Wolf Resorts, which is a result of our work sourcing unique opportunities that align with our exceptional strategy and focus. We note that institutional capital continues to validate our sector, as demonstrated by the recent acquisition of City Center on the Las Vegas Strip at 5.5% cap rate. Our acquisition of the Venetian's real estate at 6.25% cap rate showcases our ability to be opportunistic and prudent as the institutionalization of gaming real estate continues." Vici Properties had $6.9 billion in total debt as of June 30th of this year. Moreover, it had around $3.8 billion in liquidity. It also had $407.5 million in cash and cash equivalents. The company declared a regular quarterly cash dividend of $0.33 per share on June 10th of this year. Dividend for the second quarter was paid to shareholders on July 8th of this year. The total amount paid to shareholders in the form of dividends was $177.1 million. This is one of the reasons why this stock is in my portfolio now, because it has a great dividend yield and great future potential. Las Vegas has gone through a number of transformations over the last half century, going from mob town to mega resorts built by junk bonds to a REIT heaven. I would say that Vici Properties can definitely be a worthy addition to your portfolio if we consider the continuous growth and attractive dividend. I mean, think about it. Several REITs failed to collect rent from tenants in 2020. On the other hand, Vici collected 100% of its rent on time and in cash and at a 100% occupancy rate. I hope you liked our today's video, guys, so make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you still didn't grab your free stock on Robinhood, go do that, link is in the description. And lastly, if you have not already subscribed to Glory Investing Show, subscribe to it and press that bell button so you will be notified each time we upload an interesting video on this channel. And while you're here, click to watch one of these two videos that are appearing on your screen. We'll see you there. Take care and stay tuned.